thank you everybody for coming today. The topic I'm going to be discussing with you is mindfulness, and I'm going to open with a quote from the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama said, "Happiness is not ready-made, it comes from our own actions." I chose this quote because mindfulness derives from Western medicine, from the Buddhist religion. The Dalai Lama actually came up with mindfulness himself, and it actually is used to achieve overall happiness. Happiness comes from achieving optimal performance, which is becoming in tune with your body and your mind. The definition of mindfulness is an open-hearted, moment-to-moment, non-judgmental awareness. This is like paying attention to your best friend while they're trying to tell you a story. You're not looking at your phone. You're giving them your undivided attention. You're focusing on every detail you're telling them or they're telling you, and you're not thinking about anything else like what you ate for dinner, what your boyfriend told you last night. You're paying attention to only your best friend. That way you aren't missing a detail. You look like a good friend, and if she needs help, you got her. And another way to look at that, as it goes into my next slide, is thinking about eating. So like, as you're eating, think about the food that you're putting in, what it really tastes like. How does it settle with you? Like, do you really like how it settles? Do you really like how it tastes? Like, does it really have any benefits for you? Or are you just eating it because you think it tastes good? Something to think about. And that's going to bring me to my next slide. So what are mindful-based interventions? Meditation is one. Meditation is just coming into complete thought processes, being able to think about anything that you can into your mind, just becoming in tune with yourself and just be able to think of anything and just completely thinking of that thought. And then yoga, which is the most prevalent of these meditations, is becoming in tune with your mind and your body. So yoga is a good way to think about like the muscles in your body. If you really want to stretch out one muscle, when you're in yoga, you're going to be thinking about that muscle. So when you're taking a deep breath, you're going to be taking that breath through your muscle, which is going to help it relax. And that's why this is a really good way to achieve mindfulness is through yoga, because it's a great way to intertwine your mind and your body. And then my last is exercise. Exercise is, a lot of people don't realize how you achieve mindfulness through exercise, but if you do exercise right and you're really trying to work certain muscles, you're going to be thinking about those muscles. So take a core workout. A lot of people don't do core workouts right because they think, oh, I'm just going to be doing ab exercises and not thinking about like keeping their core tight the whole time. If you don't keep your core tight, you're going to be straining your back and any other muscles that you weren't trying to work out in the process of working out your core. So mindfulness comes from thinking about your core, keeping your core tight while you're doing the exercise, which means you aren't thinking about what you ate for dinner, what you're going to eat for dinner, or what you're about to wear to the club tonight. Okay? So how do you achieve mindfulness? One, it starts with the breath. Once you take a deep breath, you're going to feel that breath just going through your whole body. Especially if you take one deep breath, you're going to feel it all the way through, starting through your throat, going through your chest, through your stomach, and then exhale again. That's one great way to just think about, just achieve mindfulness just then and there, just thinking about it. Because humans, this quote I really like, humans have the ability to detach themselves from their psychological distress when they tap into the right cognition. And one reason I did choose this quote is because I do experience a lot of anxiety, meaning like I like to think about a lot of things, which causes reactions in my body, meaning like right now I might be shaking and stuttering because I'm thinking about, oh, what are these people thinking about me? But if I use mindfulness correctly, I'll be thinking about my project, how I'm actually going to be presenting this project, the facts I need to think about, and not what these people are thinking about. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to get the grade that I need. They're not going to be grading me. My teacher is. So that's why I need to think about this mindfulness and practice what I'm preaching so I can get the grade that I need. And then the benefits of mindfulness. Mindfulness has actually proven to decrease cortisol and increase our immunity. And what this means is because stress can like really cause us to have different reactions in our body, if a pathogen comes in our way and like we're too stressed out, our body's gonna be thinking more about that stress than to get rid of this pathogen. So if you are under a lot of stress and then another pathogen into your body, you're probably more likely to get sick because your body's not going to be able to get rid of that pathogen as quickly as you want because you're stressed out. But if you aren't stressed out and your body is just calm and collected, it's going to be more prone to attack that pathogen and you won't be as sick as you're hoping or as long as you're hoping to be or not hoping to be. And thank you. That's it. Okay.
Great job.